Why, hello there. Welcome back to the farm. My name's Cletus Ludbutter Hoodlehopper Jr., as you may well know. Just taking a look out here at this beautiful sight. Now, it's been some time since I've talked with yous. We've gone through the winter. Nothing really happened there except I've been dealing with the shop in town, finding some pieces of equipment that were on sale, and did a couple contracts up at the co-op. Made a little extra money, so we're sitting at we got up to about $250,000 sitting in the local bank account here for this here the new home place farm. As you can see, the wheat's looking mighty fine. Very nice, growing along here. That we planted the winter wheat we planted last season in the autumn. So it's May time. And what that means is, the reason I'm back with you recording once again, we're gonna plant the big field here. Been sitting here quite a long time with nothing going on, all the way over the winter time. As you can see, our neighbor Isaac's field's done been harvested. His corn's come in. He's done plowed it, and he's done limed it. He's ready for planting again. But we're gonna put in soybean, I believe, out here. So we'll get to that here shortly, but I want to give you a little look around the place, because we do have a few new things that I think you might be interested in. One of which we can see from here. I'm looking at her right now. She's in the shop. We'll come up here and check her out here. We got two things sitting in the shop. One in the bunker here. This here is basically just a sprayer, liquid sprayer, so we could put weeder in there, which I'd rather not do, but if we can, if we need to. And I couldn't pass this deal along. It was only $20,000 some odd dollars for this sucker, the Birdhound Dark. Vintage 4300. Nice looking piece of equipment. And we can do a little spraying if we need to on the fields with that sucker. Now in here, now as I mentioned before, with that old Massey Ferguson we found up at the vehicle store last year, I had about a month to try her out and decide if I wanted to keep her, and I decided I did not need that tractor. You might remember I said why. I thought she was higher horsepower than the old Fiat, but she weren't. And so we gave her back, got her money back, a little bit less money because we done used her a bit. And picked up this here Case 7150. Now this boy has a little over 200 horses in him. As you can see here, a nice looking tractor. Very similar to the Massey and the Fiat, but a little stronger in the engine. The Case Magnum 7150. And we'll get him going here shortly and let you see all about it, but we'll get in there and take a look around the cab here. As you can see, we got some air conditioning inside, some real air conditioning inside. We don't need to open the window now. Lots of controls and doohickeys over here. I done been playing around, learning what they does. And she's a nice little tractor. Starts up right away, first time. So really good condition for a used tractor. I did a bit of maintenance work on her. Got the oil changed to change the diesel filter and the oil filter out. Put fresh diesel in him. And did a few minor tweaks here and there. We had to rewire a bit of this in the cab to get the air conditioner to actually work like it should, but other than that, really nice little tractor here. Let's go ahead and pull her out here. I'll bring her down here to show you something else we done got. Couple of things. One is this little trailer, nice little trailer for piddling around the farm here, and it's got a spare tire and got some language on there I don't understand, but it came cheap. It's an import, obviously. Got this little extension we had put on her, and the plan for this feller is to just shuttle feed around for the chickens once we get them in. And I couldn't pass this deal up here. This here is a squad stone picker machine made by Eliho. Basically, this sucker does what my stone picking bucket does, except it does it better. And I ain't got to worry about missing too much. You just kind of go over the field there like you would a regular plow or something or whatnot, and you're guaranteed, they say, to pick up all your stone in there. So it was about 65,000. We, like I say, we had about 250,000 to play with there. So I couldn't pass this up. This will make that job quite a bit easier. So these arms here dig through the topsoil and pick up any of the stone. They disturb all the stone down there, guide it into this here spot there. A little scooper, looks just like the stone picker bucket, and then fills up this tank here, and then once you get her full or you're done, you bring her over here and you dump her at the old lineman making machine. Here's the old Fiat still hanging in there, but we got one new thing on there. We got a round bale picker by Albert. Round bale fork, round bale picker, whatever you want to call her. But once we get the wheat in, we're going to have some straw that I want to make into some bales. Now, I don't have a baler yet, but we're still on the lookout for that. And I believe that may catch y'all up on what's been going on here at the new home place. So, let's go ahead and get on it. Go ahead and get our seeder out. We'll use the old case, the Case Magnum. Got her all hooked up there. We got to see which button that handles the opening up of this sucker. Here we go. That ought to be the seeding bed. Now for soybean, we don't need any fertilizer going on. So that's good. I done got myself in a pickle now. Let's just go the long way. This might have been the short way. Hell, I don't know. But I done made sure that the old the drone was all charged up and ready to go. So what we'll do is we'll get out here, we'll get started. I believe I'm gonna go this way. She's about as wide as the tractor. I'm trying to figure about my working width here. There we go. Now, no, wait a minute now. There we go. That ought to be about right. And this shouldn't take no time at all to get this field done planted. With the soybean, like I say, it doesn't take no fertilizer, nothing like that. Bumpy ride, but we're getting her done. We'll go on and keep on, and we'll see you when we get done. mentioned earlier, basically, young Jedediah, who's been putting these videos together for you, and for me, he'll be coming up next month, probably about the beginning of next month, to help out around the farm and learn a few things. He's been doing farm work for a number of years. I mean, ever since he was old enough to pick up a pitchfork, he's been helping out. But over here, he gets away from his pappy, gets to hang out with Uncle Cleet, and maybe get a little more responsibility under his belt. The way I figure, I'll just let him handle the equipment a lot more than he would at home. Let him get more experience, and then maybe his pappy will let him have more responsibility back home. That's what he's looking for anyway. And you probably notice I've been missing some bits and pieces of the field. That ain't no big deal now. What I'm trying to do is just avoid backing up onto that road back there. So I'll just head on over after we get the last strip done. And clean up those little bits and pieces. Make sure we got soybean planted all around. And then, hell, I don't know what else we're going to do today. I did get a phone call earlier about a quarter of the way through the field, first few strips there, where a fella I've been talking to about a chicken house called me back, and sounds pretty good what he's got in mind. He's basically going to come out. I'm going to purchase all the lumber and supplies, and he's just going to build her up there. He gave me a pretty good idea of what he was thinking about the other week, and I figure I'll have him in here about a month before the wheat's going to come in. That way she's all built up and ready to go. We'll just go into town and wherever we can get our hands on a rooster and some hens, and buy them up. Get them out here to the new home place, and once we get our wheat harvested, that is. I certainly don't want chicken out here before I get my wheat in. That wouldn't make no darn old sense to me now. If I got wheat planted and there ain't no rush on the chickens, why, I figure ain't no sense in buying chicken feed when we just gotta wait a bit and get the wheat in. That's about all I was thinking about. I needed to mention that I done forgot about earlier. Oh, and in a couple months' time, I was asking around, it's a good time to take soybean out to, excuse me, the distributors. They'll buy it up at a pretty good price. So I've got a few thousand in the tanker from the little field there where the wheat is now from last season. So I figure I'll sell that there in a couple months' time. And this here ain't going to be near ready by then, but that's all right. We'll just get a little bit extra spending money just in case, you never know what you see on the sales down there at the store, and then well, I'm not exactly sure how much the chickens will cost. We done had chickens at the home place for quite some years now. This before we was born. But they've always been there, so I don't know how much it's going to cost to get originally set up. And of course, I got to pay old feller for building the chicken house. And we ain't quite negotiated all that yet. Buy all the lumber and all the materials and supplies on top of that. Pay him for his labor. Well, I figure that'll be a little bit of money. So basically, what we got at the farm now is basically what we're going to have until we get the chickens in. Because I don't want to go spending any more money if and I don't have to. Those we can just make sure that that we got plenty when the time arises to pay out. So I think that's about it. We're gonna go ahead and get this sucker all finished up now, and we'll see you at the end. Well, like I said, we're going to go over these little bits and pieces I darn missed, trying to avoid the roadway there. I got a few, as you probably done seen, as I was nearby them. Make sure we're getting these suckers. Don't look like I is. I'm hitting the wrong button here somewheres. There she's down. That ought to turn the seeder on. Let's see here. Yep, that'll do her. That got her finally. I figure we'll go around the outside here. This is where I've done missed the most. I think I got most of it already. Have some down in the corner here, and on the other side I believe there's a couple of spots. It looks pretty good over here. Go down yonder and check her out on the other side. Like right about here, got a bit missed. right. Go ahead and raise her back up here. And we are all set in the big field. We got soybean in there now. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Front end done jumped up on me and lost my steering. Good gravy. I'll have to remember that spot now. We ain't gonna need any seeding done for some time, so we'll go ahead and put her into the shed. Nice and gentle, don't want to damage her none. I believe she can squeeze right in there. Get her unhooked here. All right, the old John Deere 1590. Now this is a direct drill. What that means is you don't have to do no plowing or cultivating before you seed with her, but I did it anyway. It just kind of feels weird if you don't do that. For some reason, for me, it just feels awkward, like I'm missing something and not doing the job right. Now I know a feller might say, you know, my goodness, Cletus, now you bought yourself a Fiat because it was on sale, good value, and you bought yourself a Massey Ferguson after that because it was on sale, good value, and then you decided to trade that sucker in and got yourself a case. But what is the deal here now? Well, I'll tell you a funny thing is I don't have no brand loyalty now. I don't have any specific preferred brand of tractor or brand of implement or whatnot. Now, I know some bigger farmers have, you know, they got like agreements and whatnot with the different manufacturers to where they'll send them demos and whatnot, and to try to sell them, you know, a new kit. But I've never been too keen on that sort of deal because basically, if it gets the job done, I want to use it. And if it don't get the job done, now then it ain't no good to me. So one of the main things for myself is get the old case turned off here. A great little tractor, Case Magnum 7150. It done its good today for sure. But now there are some manufacturers and some implements that I prefer over others just from experience, where I tried one and then tried another, and then one seemed to work a little better, lasted a little longer, not have as many mechanical problems and whatnot. But other than that, really, I don't have any loyalty to one particular brand or manufacturer. I just I want to know that it's going to work for me. Not going to spend all my time fixing it all the time and putting all my spare money into it to try to get new parts and whatnot when they break. And I say that's a good piece of machinery. And the opposite is true of a bad piece of machinery. So that just comes with time and trying different things out. And if you never try something new, then you'll never find something better than what you got. So I like to sort of look for a deal, talk to somebody who might know about it, and then make a decision there. Now the Fiat here has been a great little tractor. Couldn't ask for better for our starter tractor. The Fiat 18090 Turbo. It's going to be our dedicated sort of bale loader, small work tractor now that we got the case in, and I think we're going to keep a hold of the case. I didn't get the same agreement, so we basically either have to resell or private, want to sell it, or keep her. And I'm happy with the case so far. No complaints whatsoever. The Fiat is going to be sort of regulated to smaller jobs now, and baling work, maybe some mowing work and whatnot. We do have a bit of grass around we can mow up and get maybe some hay, get maybe some silage if we wants to. But down here in this little spot, you may notice it's been leveled out. Had some fellers come in about a month ago, early to mid-April, and come out here and they leveled her out. We see the grass is starting to take over a little bit again. Put some gravel in here, and this is going to be the spot for the chicken house. And down here, this is where I originally started talking about putting some gravel down, and I haven't done it yet. Down here leading down to the fields, and then over here, as you might remember, down here make a little driving path into this field. But you may also notice, and I forgot about all this, I took out all these trees here. And this took several months of just working through. A lot of it was done in the winter time when there was nothing else to do. I took the old chainsaw down, and we got a stump ripper. Took all these trees out, loaded them up, and there was a feller nearby that was looking for firewood, and I said, well, just come on over and pick up what you want. And we didn't charge you much of nothing. It was basically like, hell, I don't know, a couple $300 for the lot of it. There was quite a bit of wood, so he was extremely happy. And as was I, just to sort of get rid of it, get it out of my way. I wasn't looking to make money off of it, just get him out of the way, get her done and over with. But that might do her for today. And so this has been us out here at the new home place. We're going to sign off for now. I want to thank you for coming by, and we'll hope to see you next time, and maybe we'll see some chicken house construction going on. And like I say, next month old Jedediah is going to come out here and get a little experience on the farm, some more experience on the farm. And only last thing I can think of to do this month is maybe do some more co-op work. I'll talk to some fellers around and see what kind of work you need done and how much you paying. That, I think, is about it. It's looking good. Got the soybean in. We'll see you next time.